Back to bottom, my name is Beast, and today I'm be completely fucking transparent with you. It is like almost 11 p.m. I just, I just could not bring myself to actually start. I just procrastinate by reading manga. I don't want to deal with Kyo, man. Like every fiber of my being is telling me, yeah, this is just gonna make you suffer. Both in the depression department and in the by God, I don't want to have to deal with this incest coded bullshit way. There is no universe where this ends well. On a fucking different, on a completely separate note, Kendarigo. I just have a whole box here off to the side. I'm not gonna eat any. Just wanted to brag that I have some. But yeah, I'm not gonna be recording tomorrow because I actually have to have a shift tomorrow instead of on Saturday. So yeah, it's also gonna be a shift from like 3 to 7 to 7. So it's also gonna be really late. So I'll literally just likely only be ready to start at like 9. You know? Anyways, lunchtime. Let's see if I'll fucking continue this route after this part. Like every part for Kyo's route is just gonna be a fucking like a goddamn countdown. Like, am I going to skip this? Like, today? No. Today? No. Today? Alright, fuck it, yes. No, not doing that anymore. Like, let's see how many parts it takes. We're on part number 2. Let's see if she'll be able to get 2 parts. Will she be able to get 3 parts? Will she be able to get 4? Will she be able to get the whole round? We will never know. Let's get back into it. Everyone sits around the table eating the food prepared for us, courtesy of meal. Suzu, with great glee, begins to share with the rest of us this idea that she came up with after many long hours of brainstorming last night.
きょうちゃんの学校へ行きたいという突然のその要望に応えて、私たちみんなでさ、敷島きょうちゃん学校生活体験ツアーを開催できたらなって思うんだけど。学校生活体験ツアー?
What is that exactly? The name itself is too base for me to guess what it encompasses. I don't have an inkling of an idea as to what she's scheming.
きょうちゃんはただ学校に行ければいいってそう言ってたけど。うん、そうだよ。それだけで目標達成。でもさ、やっぱりそれだけじゃつまらないんじゃない？ついでにその雰囲気を肌で感じてみるのもいいんじゃないかって思ったんだよ。雰囲気を？そうそう。
I'm completely honest with you. I don't know why, but I just already regret starting the recording. I just... make her a side character. She's like... She's a Miyoko situation. Make her a side character. As a side character is entertaining. As an action romance option, nah, please not.
きょうちゃん、学校生活は、少なくともこちら側の学校生活に関しては未体験でしょ？だからみんなできょうちゃんが学校見学するその一日を 100% で楽しめるようにサポートしようと思うんだ。何をしてくれるの？今学校は夏休みだから授業とかクラブ活動とかそういった学校本来の空気を感じることはできないよね。閑散としている。そんな状況だ。
Ah, that is right.
それじゃあきょうちゃんが学校へ行く意味が薄くなっちゃうんじゃない？学校へ行きたいっていうきょうちゃんの目的そのものはわからないけど。でもだからといって休みが明けてからたくさんの生徒がひしめいている中に連れ出しちゃうのは入っちゃうから却下でしょ？
She smiles ruefully.
だから私たち全員で役割分担をしてきょうちゃんに学校生活を模擬体験させてあげようって話したよ。
Does that sound doesn't that sound like so much fun, guys? Suzu asks, her eyes sparkling like an excited little kid. She's probably just in it to enjoy herself. Well, more accurately, she hopes everyone else will too, but she knows she herself will. She's a true fun seeker. Doesn't matter what, she'll do anything to provide herself with a bit of amusement. So, what exactly we will be doing for these mock activities or whatever?
みんなと一緒に授業を受けるとか、クラブ活動をするとか、そんな感じだよ。
Really gonna be fun? I'm doubtful, to say the least. Frankly, if this is how she's trying to sell us on this ingenious plan of hers, she's not selling it very well. I'm very, very doubtful. For someone like me who doesn't exactly enjoy the social aspect of school life, this is hardly appealing at all.
面白そう。
Kyo, on the other hand, seems excited.
学園生活。この4文字にときめかないゲーム好きはいないんだよ。
What kind of gamers are you interacting with? Because those do not sound like people you would typically refer to as gamers. Let's be honest. Then again, I honestly kind of wish I was still in school. Listen, the day I get revenge on the man that ruined my life is the day I just start self-harm or something. Alternatively is the day where I finally somehow develop the ability to travel through time and beat the shit out of my child self. Those are the two options. There is no in between. Well, to be fair, there's also that one asshole that's the boss of a company that I interned for once. Fucking asshole cussed me out for like an act. Like, I fucking checked the time. This asshole. Essentially, I applied for an internship there, and they were like, "Yeah, okay, you can come." I was like, "Okay, I'll get there when I'll try to get there at 8." They were like, "Okay." No, I think it was it at 7 even? I think it was. I don't remember either way. It's like somewhere around that ballpark. Either way, I got there, and on my first day, they immediately were like, "Ayo, what the fuck did you make us wait for?" And I was like, "What the fuck? What are you talking about? Well, you were supposed to be here at 6." And I just sit there like, well, because it wasn't myself that applied for the internship. Essentially, I wrote the application. However, the people that sent it out was essentially it was essentially part of a seminar thing, and the people planned the seminar and essentially sent it out and handled all the planning and stuff. And either something was lost in fucking translation or whatever, because the people from the seminar told me to be there at 8 or 7. I don't remember when specific I actually showed up. I just know that afterwards they were like, "You were supposed to be here at 6." And I was like, I wasn't fucking told that. So they were like, we have to fucking start our job an hour late, get in the fucking car, we'll drive over there. Because it was essentially just wiring on a new building, shit like that, electrician work. And I got there, and here's the thing. I borrowed some steel-toe shoes, because this was on a fucking construction site, essentially. So, you know, safety gear and all that. And I went about my work there, and here's the thing. Those steel-toe shoes were just barely too small. It's like the to a degree where you don't notice it when you first try it on, but the moment you like walk around for like 10 minutes or so, you start to feel, oh yeah, no, those are too small. So I was suffering from that. I just genuinely didn't like the job based on what it was going. And after my first day, it was like, okay, yeah, this does not feel like something I like, but let's see how it is after this. And I was again told, oh, by the way, show up at 6. And I just sit there like, okay, I can't. Like, I literally have no way of showing up there at 6 because everyone else is... Because I wouldn't have any people capable of driving me there because people in my family have to fucking work, logically. And the earliest bus that got there at 6:30. I decided, okay, I'll still take the earliest bus, try to get there as early as fucking as I literally can, show up. They already drove to the construction site without me and told me, you're too late, go home. So I had to wait there for an hour before my grandfather could pick me up there and drive me home. And then once I was home, I was like, okay, I'll just call them. Of course, because this internship makes no sense anymore. Like, I already don't really seem to enjoy the job anyways. And on top of that, I literally cannot get there at the time that they want me to be there. So, I fucking called them and were like, yeah, it's just not working out. If I ever want to try this job out, I'll, like, apply for an internship with someone else. But this one is clearly not working. And this boss, this actual fucking asshole, son of a bitch, fucking waste of human space, just like started cussing me out for 10 whole minutes without fucking break. Just talking about like, oh, how fucking useless do you think you are? Like, fucking, we spent our precious time to be able to fucking teach you, to show you how this works on an internship. Like, everyone is expecting you to be there for the work for the entire week. Fucking, how old are you? Like, what the fuck do you expect to do when your parents can't fucking work anymore? How are you gonna support them? And it's just like fucking cussing me out for 10 solid minutes. The entire time after like the fucking like 5-minute mark, because like imagine getting constant harassment and fucking insults thrown at your fucking face for 5 minutes straight after you're already having to deal with all that stress. So at the 5-minute mark, I was already like fucking holding back from just fucking crying. So after this call, after this entire like 10-minute fucking call of him just slinging abuse at me, I just fucking just laid down in bed, cried. My father got really fucking worried about what was happening, and after I finally managed to calm down at least enough to where I could talk through the fucking sobbing, I called the people from the seminar and told them, yeah, the internship is over, and I don't ever want to have anything to do with that bastard anymore. Like, and you know it's bad when, like, the people at the seminar are like, because usually you would expect, like, someone, if someone just called you or like, hey, this internship that you set up for me, I'm not going there anymore. Like, it being the natural thing to be, like, somewhat fucking upset about that. But they just, I guess I just sounded so fucking done that they were like, yeah, okay, don't worry. And you don't have to come to the seminar, like, tomorrow. So, yeah. I never want to have anything to do with that bastard of a fucking boss unless it involves my fist to his face. Because that is the point in time where I have felt like legitimate panic every time I just thought of having to write an application. This is a problem to this day. Like, having to write an application literally just causes me to just fucking seize up almost. Like, it's not that I can't move, but it's like every muscle in my fucking body just starts to tense up to a degree where it just starts to hurt after a while. Like, once I actually get going with the application writing, I can usually just knock out like fucking 5 or so in one sitting, but actually getting to that is literally painful. Like, whatever that bastard did to me, it has actively fucking impacted my goddamn chances of job market, I think. And I will never forget him. I should never forgive him. Fucking asshole. Anyways. Enough hate tirades against that bastard. Like, actually, hold on. I think that was one singular way through which I would have been able to get to their fucking firm in time. By getting on a 3 a.m. train and ride it for fucking 2.5 hours and then arrive half an hour early. Which, yeah, no, fuck that. For an internship that I already just felt like, yeah, no, I don't want this anyway. And clearly, based on the man's reactions, fuck him anyways. This has been a constant thorn in my psyche ever since. I'm feeling fucking warm. Getting upset like this actually got me heated. Wait, did I read that? Fuck. She wiggles the index finger on her right hand back and forth. Almost as though she's clicking through one of those text-only games in her head. Well, if Kyo wants to do it, I have no objections. In which case... So, what do you want me to do? Well, if I understood what you were saying, we all have to perform some sort of role to make your school experience more realistic. So I was wondering what role you want me to do. Really? What is it done? I'm her tour guide?
そう。当日まで君にもその演目というかツアースケジュールは明かさないから。だから二人でその日は
After
楽
that,
しんで。
Kyo and I were ushered out of the dining room. Apparently the rest of them are now going to be putting together their game plan. In order for Kyo and I, but mainly her, to have the most fun possible. Though, I still feel like this whole thing is going to be one big exercise in futility.
なんだか嬉しい。
Oh, you are?
みんなで私のために何か面白いこと考えてくれるみたいだから。
Kyo nods, her expression soft and blissful, though it's hard to tell.
そういうのはとても幸せだって思うの。
Yeah, I can see that. Can't wait to see what kind of fun things they have in store for us.
まだいつが当日になるのかわからないけど。
Right. I just hope they don't go too overboard with this. Could be next week. Perhaps even later than that. Anyhow, the Shikishima Kyo's orientation tour that Suzu is planning. Even if only slightly, she and I are both eager and excited to see what surprises await us on the day of. That was your first mistake. Being excited for surprises planned by Suzu is literally the first mistake. Alright, it's finally here. They definitely finished faster than I'd anticipated. One whole week has since passed. The two of us have now arrived at the school building in the middle of our summer vacation. No one walks the halls, and no one walks the grounds. It's quiet as can be. As someone who's used to visiting this place when it's boisterous and full of students, the silence feels rather unnerving. Needless to say, we didn't inform the school of what we'd be doing today. What if it's okay for us to just waltz in there like this? We could have some sort of security in place. Hopefully there isn't some contract company watching our every move on camera.
夏目すずが言ってたよ。大丈夫。そんな感じの煩わしいのは全部カットしておいたからって。
Taken care of? Oh, Suzu, what did you do? Oh, then again, she is the type of person who will do anything for a bit of amusement.
それでもお昼には教師がやってくるらしいの。あとクラブ活動をする生徒も何人か。完全に空いているのは今日の午前中だけみたい。
Actually, something I feel I need to talk about real quick. I was playing some Master Duel earlier. Like, this was even before I was supposed to start recording. And they have, like, this event currently Like, I don't know what it's called, something extreme. Let me actually check it. But essentially, it's a duel where both players have Nibiru in hand from the start of the duel. Like, on top of getting their starting hand, they just auto-draw a Nibiru as a 6th card, and then the game starts. In case you don't know what Nibiru does is, if it's in your hand and the opponent normal or special summons 5 times or more, so like a mix between as well, you can activate the effect, which then immediately just puts all cards, all monster cards on the opponent's side of the field in the graveyard, special summons Nibiru on your side of the field, and then special summons a token on a primal being token on the opponent's side of the field, whose attack and defense is equal to the combined attack and defense of all monsters sent to the graveyard by the effect. So it's essentially just big fucking removal. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a daily card pack. Almost forgot. Ooh, card pack opening. Ooh, at the very least there's an SR in there. The SR is Fire Ejection. Send one power monster from your deck to the graveyard. Then if you send a volcanic monster to the graveyard, you can apply one of these effects. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to its level times 100. Special summon one bomb token. Fire, level 1. Attack 1000, defense 1000 to your opponent's side of the field. Each time one is destroyed, its controller takes 500 damage. So unequivocally, the first effect is just better. Don't give your opponent resource fodder. You don't do that. Anyways, what's the game mode? Alright, it's Tryout Duel. Tryout Duel, Extreme Duel, Nibiru the Primal Being. This is an event in which Nibiru the Primal Being is added to the starting hand. And I was doing that with my lab deck. Someone saw me throw out a singular labyrinth monster and immediately scooped. Like, he saw me place 3 traps, was like, okay, this is acceptable. Then I've summoned fucking Ariana, which just like searches a singular labyrinth card. Did not have a good starting hand at all. Like, I played the Ariana, grabbed labyrinth. I tried to play it, but before I could even play it, the opponent just surrendered. Like, yeah, I'm not fucking around with that. That's hilarious. That's great. Anyways.
だからのびのびとはできないって時間との勝負だよってそう言ってたの
Race against time.
使っちゃったら面倒だからって
Makes sense. We'll need to leave as soon as we're done, I guess. Anyway, I look over at Kyo, who's standing next to me. I remember Suzu being extremely gung-ho about getting a school uniform for today, but I guess she couldn't get her hands on one in time, huh? Kyo was wearing her everyday outfit, standing next to me with the red Japanese-style parasol from her room in hand in place of a normal umbrella. Pretty funny, considering she never seems to have trouble getting various disguises ready for me whenever I need them. I suppose a specific school uniform is like a police outfit, extremely difficult for ordinary people to get a hold of. As a matter of fact, though, Suzu did say that she had a number of school uniforms in her possession. However, there was one problem. None of them were Kyo's size. Apparently Kyo's breasts are rather big for someone of her small stature. Which, considering that I like the Roths, should be a bonus point for me. But I just don't vibe with her when it comes to the romantic aspects. Listen, like I'm a connoisseur when it comes to the Roths. I am very enthusiastic about my stacked short stacks. I sound very bad right now. 私、お胸のあたりがなんだかとっ
ても成長期だから。
Period of rapid growth, she says. So they still have room to get bigger, essentially. Anyway, she tried to order you one of the uniforms. She tried to order you one from the uniform shop in town, but they couldn't prepare it in time. That's to be expected, though.
そうなんだ。
Fortunately, we couldn't wait for the uniform, since this is apparently the only day where there aren't any teachers, and we can use the school as we wish.
別にいいよ。
She shakes her
も
head.
ともとこうして学校に来られれば、それで目標達成だったことだから。それなのにこうしてみんなが私に何かをしてくれるだけで嬉しいの。
Although her face is as expressionless as always, there's something faint hidden in there. You can feel a teensy bit of excitement and anticipation being exuded from her. Well, are you ready to go on and head inside? I haven't the foggiest idea what's going to be lying there and wait for us once we enter. I'm equal parts excited and afraid. It's a bit of an odd feeling. I lead Kyo by the hand and we walk further towards the building.
ここがお兄ちゃんたちが通ってる学校。
She gazes upon the tall building before her.
なんだか地味なの。
However, she is quite evidently disappointed.
学校っていうのはもっと校庭に枯れない桜の木とかがあったりとか、そういう感じの雰囲気なのに。
I don't know what gave you that impression, but that is what most real schools look like. Shouldn't it be that it isn't?
それじゃ幽霊は
Shiko suddenly jumps next to me, looking a bit startled.
本当に幽霊部員は部室に自爆してるみたいな。
Nothing like that, sorry. I smile awkwardly. Well, at the end of the day, I don't know what exactly Susan and the others have planned for you. She never told us.
ただ当日お兄ちゃんと一緒に学校に来ればいいってそう言われたの。
I'm getting a little nervous, to be honest.
お化け屋敷に入る前みたいな感じで。
Not quite. What exactly is Susan scheming? Just can't get rid of my chest of this deep, thick anxiety.
とっても楽しみ。何があるのかワクワクするの。
I don't know why, but I suddenly have the weird desire to make a volcanics or trick star deck in Master Duel. Don't know why. Oh well. Kyo smiles softly in delight. I can tell she's having a lot of fun. Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up too much if I were you. We walk forward and through the school's entrance. Alright, now we play the waiting game. Right on cue as we entered the school, my phone rang. The caller was Suzu. She instructed us to come and wait in the classroom until homeroom began at 8:35. So here we are now. We're currently on summer vacation. So there are, of course, no familiar faces in this classroom where Mio, Ayumu, and I usually are on school days. It's just me, the problem student, and this shutting girl. Hardly the most suitable guests of honor for a place such as this, I fully admit. What time is it? Let's see, it's almost 8:29, so we have about 5-ish minutes before the supposed homeroom begins, according to Suzu. I take my seat. I stare blankly at the blackboard, pondering how to spend this 5-minute waiting period. Huh?
ちょっと座りにくいの。
Kyo plops herself down on my lap. Why? I do not know. That's not what I was asking. What on earth are you doing?
何が
She stares at me confusedly.
問題
Of course there is. Why are you sitting on my lap? You don't just do these things.
おかしいどうしてダメなの
Why? Well,
そこは私の席なのに
Wait, what?
どうして私以外をそこに乗せるんだよ
She glares at me, pursing her lips. What? No, look, she just sat there. I didn't specifically, like, tell her to or anything. She disappears with a harumph. As she does, I hear her whisper the words, I hate you. She's clearly in a foul mood. Might have to do something to cheer her up later. Hmm? He just like starts to wrap his arms around her, but instead of wrapping his arms around her, he just grabs her by the fucking waist and just fucking throws her off. Huh? Oh, right. She then takes my arms and pulls them around her stomach herself. After that, she allegedly leans back against me. I'm not sure why, but he seems to be on cloud 9 right now. What even is this? Kyou? Do you mind moving? This is a little awkward.
Yeah.
Come on. Classroom door slides open with a rumble and Suzu appears. Yeah. Don't ask me, I'm not really sure myself. Why are you panicking? No. Wow. Just... Wow. Holy hell, that was an awful joke and incredibly inappropriate too. Always knew you were vulgar, but I never expected you to sink this low. I thought you were better than this. Trusted you, Suzu, but I see that my trust was misplaced. I was a naive fool. You know what? Fucking trick the... If I end this fucking part immediately after this, just to fucking trick people into thinking literally anything is going on in this part. Just blushy Kyou. Just fucking... like... And just, like, fucking clickbait people. Bad Kyou. If you say any more, I'll throw you off me and force you to sit on the chair beside me. Then watch your mouth. She nods. I mean, to be fair, you were the one that was like, "Hey, oh, he got his dick in her." He scratches her head in exasperation. Suzu then turns to the blackboard, picks up some white chalk. Why are you acting so pissy? I think you mean the Taisho era. Suzu sighs. First period, we have... I'm leaving. She slams the desk in a fit of rage. I'm sorry, I just don't want to die today. Damn, she
だからさ、調理実習の担当はかなちゃんとみおちゃんだ。片方だけならやばいけど、二人で一組なら安心だろ?
What do you mean just one or the other? Just Mio would not be a disaster. They're both going to teach us how to cook.
そうなるね。その内容は彼女らに任せてあるから、私は知らん。
I see. I get a feeling that we could teach Kana more about cooking than she could teach
と
us.
もかく次の2時間目は
He turns around and scrawls across the chalkboard.
保健体育
Health physical education, huh? Staple part of any school
担
experience.
当はもちろん私。
保健体育ねえ、それはもしかして
No, that's poor logic. Huh?
実地なの？
Kyo is oozing with
お兄
curiosity.
ちゃんが私に実地で教えてくれるの？
Well, what's the third period?
しべとめしべがこんにちは。
Look here. Suzu just said we were going to be... Look here. Suzu just said she was going to be the one teaching health and PE, not me.
私は実地訓練だなんてやってやらないからな。うわ、すごい嫌そうな顔。可愛くねえな、おい。
After heaving a sigh, she
とに
continues.
かくその次の3時間目は道徳だ。担当は司。
You know, Tsukasa is somehow simultaneously very fit while also very unfit for that role. Because, like, she's probably the most, like, virtuous, I guess you could say, out of the cast. But on the flip side, perhaps a bit too much. Like, like, we've seen the fucking debacle of the interaction between Suzu and Tsukasa before Suzu learned of the financial situation. He just tried to pawn off a bunch of random ass bullshit to Tsukasa. Ethics. And Tsukasa's teaching it. I don't know what need we'd have for an ethics class at this age, but putting that question aside. I also don't really know what to make of the fact that Tsukasa's the one teaching us
お
this.
金の大切さについて解きたいんだとさ。
That's not ethics! I see.
そして次はお昼休み。それで締めかな。
What are we doing at lunchtime?
屋上でお弁当をみんなで食べようか。
Oh, okay. That doesn't sound too bad.
1時間目の調理実習で君らが作ったものがお昼ご飯に並ぶから覚悟しておくように。
I have to roll up my sleeves and get serious in culinary class, it seems. I also have to keep a watchful eye on Kana so I make sure she doesn't go too wild with the cooking.
私だってまだ死にたくないから。かなちゃんの食物兵器には十分に気をつけてな。
Got it.
さあ始めましょうか。
Class is now in session. In a completely unfit classroom. Because it has no kitchen equipment. Or what, did it just like pull multiple tables together and just fucking put on a portable stove?
1時間目は私たちの調理実習ですよ。お二人とも張り切っていきましょうね。
Look forward to the lesson meal. I thought sure we'd be I thought for sure we'd be in one of the practical rooms for this. However, they've brought all the cookware and ingredients with them, so we'll be cooking in the classroom. Okay, that is actually what's going on.
だって実習室は鍵がかかっていて開かなかったんです。だから仕方なくここでできることをしましょうと、そういうことになったんです。
Yeah, makes sense. It was locked. It was a summer vacation after all.
まあ職員室から鍵を持ち出してくればいいだけなんだろうけど、見つかったら面倒だし、それはやめとこうって。
I think I talked about this before, but there was someone in my old school that stole one of the teacher's keys for like a small little prank. However, the problem with that was that the key they stole was from a chemistry teacher. So it included the keys for both the chemistry prep room and the biology prep room. Both of which hold dangerous chemicals. So stealing that is very fucking serious. So they were, if I remember correctly, they just straight up got thrown out of school. Like there was no mercy. Yeah, that was probably a wise choice.
それでは早速授業 始めましょうか。
So, what are we making?
はい、ケーキを作ろうと思います。
No.
ケーキ？
そうね。生クリームたっぷりのショートケーキ。
You realize that you do not have the oven to bake like the actual like cake part of the cake, right? What, you're gonna like fucking use pre-made biscuit cake fucking bottom? I don't know what to call it in English.
きっとみんなで作れば甘くて美味しいケーキができますよ。
Oh no, she's into it. I suddenly look and see Shinku staring somewhat wide-eyed. Perhaps it was all my imagination. The very next moment, she's disappeared. Curious about her reactions, but it's time to put it aside and focus on the matter at hand. Can I really bake a cake in a classroom?
大丈夫だと思います。お水はペットボトルのを買ってきたのでそれを使いますし、食器を洗ったりするくらいなら1階廊下に備え付けてある水道とかを使っても十分足りますし。
You know how I said that I wouldn't eat any of these during the recording? I lied that the temptation is too great.
でもさすがに火は使えないけど、職員室に置いてある教師がお弁当を温めるのに使ってる電子レンジを拝借しようと思ってるの。
Ah, okay.
あの電子レンジ結構いいものだから、ケーキくらいは焼けると思う。
チンするの？レンジでチン。
Yeah, we will, though we will be using the oven function. Her reaction tells me she doesn't quite understand. Well, I imagine our two instructors can explain it to her later this time.
よーし、私美味しいケーキができるように頑張っちゃいます。
What we end up making is going to serve as our lunch, so yeah, we need to cook with that in mind.
それはもう分かっていますって。
Someone tells me she's about to put baking soda in fucking whipped cream.
私だってこの数日ゆっくり頑張ったんです。料理レベルも上がってます。もうケーキくらい人並みに作れますよ。
I look forward to it.
はい。
I think cake is a very odd meal to have for lunch. Oh well, as long as it's edible. I suppose I won't complain. With that, we set to work preparing the ingredients.
ねえお兄ちゃん、私は何をすればいいの？
You're the star of the show, Kyo, so you should do whatever you want to.
わかった。
She nods.
それじゃ生クリームかき混ぜるの。
Sure thing. She just pulls out an actual honest-to-goodness fucking whip. I'm ready.
お兄ちゃん、そばで見ててね。
Is she going to splash the whipped cream on herself on purpose? Yep, I'll be watching.
それでは私は果物を切ったりしていますね。
私はスポンジ生地の用意をしとく。
Sponge, that's the word. Mia rummages through a grocery bag and pulls out a pre-made sponge kit. What do you mean prepare the batter for it? You just pulled out a finished product! Yeah, I guess we can make it entirely from scratch. Wait a second. Didn't you say we were going to bake this in a microwave in the teacher's lounge?
うん。本当はそうしようと思って、スポンジから作る場合はどうするかとか考えてたんだけど、時間もやっぱりこれくらいは買ってきたもので済まさないと1時間じゃ下準備も終わらない。
Fair point. Casual glance over to my side and see Kyo clumsily but earnestly mixing the cream in a silver bowl. She abruptly stops. Then, following that, she stares at the cream, which has begun to look slightly more appetizing now that she's stirred it thoroughly.
Choi.
She scoops some up in her finger and quickly sneaks a taste. Figured she would do that. Come on, now it's bad manners to stick your finger in it. I hear with a bit of a wry smile, but soon I realized something. What are you doing? I'm downright stunned. She didn't eat the whipped cream at all. Instead, she's wiping it around her mouth like a lipstick.
What?
Her eyes flicker as she stares at me, apparently just as startled as I am.
Nani?
That's what I want to ask you. Attempt to ask her once again. What are you doing?
だって
Yeah?
なんだか男の子の大切なものに見えたから。
I had a feeling this is where it was going to go. I know why I did that. But again, I don't know why I do a lot of things. Say what? I don't want to hear what's coming next, but I'll inquire for more details regardless.
それはね。
She then proceeds to tell us exactly what she saw it as, using the most inappropriate, explicit words possible. Kana's dead. Kana drops her knife. Mio looks flustered. What did she just say? So disturbed, I accidentally asked her to repeat it.
だから男の子の大切なものなの。それもこんなにたくさん。すごいの。
What do you think she actually said? Since apparently it was bad enough to where they had to censor the entire thing and abbreviate it as just explaining that she used the most inappropriate explicit words possible. Wait, hold on a second. I have a million questions. But for starters, if you think it looks like that stuff, then why are you wiping it around your mouth?
礼儀だと思って。
In what part of this world? Alright, fine. I don't know why the hell you're doing this, but so be it. Still, you're getting yourself all dirty, so please, just stop. Here, use this tissue to wipe off your mouth.
でもゲームの中に出てくるのは生クリームみたいに綺麗で美味しそう。
It's not. How would you know, you?
でもみんな美味しい美味しいって。
Actually, in most games I've played where I've actually seen the age scene to the end, where someone has, taken the taste of the forbidden syrup, they always comment on how bitter it is. So it makes no sense for her to be this confused about, considering she picked up this knowledge from visual novels. So she should know about the bitterness. Fake visual novel fan. They're lying.
そう？
She cocks her head to one side. Why on earth are you fidgeting around?
不潔。
Mio turns the other way, her face bright red. Look, just wipe it off. I produced several tissues from her pocket.
じゃあお兄ちゃんがお口でチューするみたいにして綺麗にしてほしいの。
If you keep up these shenanigans, we'll get reprimanded by the teachers. With the tissues in hand, I wipe her face clean.
痛かったよ。お兄ちゃんのバカ意地悪。
Even with all these hiccups along the way, we managed to finish the cake within the hour. Alright, the cake is done. The sponge was pre-made, so all we really did was decorate it.
でも楽しかったの。いちごが綺麗で美味しそう。
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
今食べちゃダメなの？すみません、我慢してくださいね。お昼のお楽しみですよ。それじゃあまた後でね。
The two of them then exit the classroom, promising to see us later at lunchtime. With that, first period comes to a close.
よーし、次は私の保健体育の時間だね。
I don't want to be here anymore.
ってやっぱりまたきょうちゃんは君の膝の上なのか。
For what it's worth, I've asked her to move, but she refused to budge an inch.
まあいいか、気にしないように頑張ろう。
Could we potentially skip this period then?
なんだって。
While you're trying to make your voice sound sharp and intimidating.
ボイコットだとかそんなことをしようとするやつが相手に了承を取ろうとするかな、普通は。
Yeah, fine, I'll just go home in that case.
ダメだよお兄ちゃん。学生の本分はお勉強なの。
Why on earth are you trying to be such a good douche?
よしよし、勤勉意欲にあふれたいい生徒じゃないか。それじゃあまずは何を教えようか。
よいしょ。しょ。
Why are you taking your clothes off? Stop that.
え、
She stares at me, puzzled.
どうして？
That's what I just asked you!
だって実地で教えてくれるのが約束なの。
You specifically did not. No, I did not. I have zero recollection of ever saying anything along those lines.
嘘ついたの？お兄ちゃん。
She frowned sadly.
お兄ちゃんが私に嘘ついた。
Why are you accusing me of lying?
嘘つきはエッチなことの始まりなの。
Stop. Stop trying to take your clothes off! Why do you always get so perky and excited whenever anything of this nature comes up?
お兄ちゃんはブルマとスパッツどっち派なの？
What are you even asking me?
今はスパッツって呼ばないの？ショートパンツ？それともどっちも違う？よくわからないけど。
Please, just try and speak like a normal person, I'm begging you.
好きな方のコスチュームで実地してもらおうと思うの。
Why on earth are you acting so sort of energetic today? Perhaps she's just excited to be out of her room and in a new foreign environment. Can't be 100% certain though, since I can't read the emotions on her face.
そこら辺のロッカーとかに誰かの忘れ物の体操服とか一着くらいあると思うの。
ねえ、ちょっともしもし。何でもいいけど私を無視するのはやめてくれよ。悲しい気
Oh,
分になって
sorry,
くるか
well,
ら。
for reasons that are very clear, I assume this class is henceforth cancelled.
まだ何も教えてないけど時間だって4分の1も終わってないのに。
Look, I don't know what exactly we're planning to teach us, but if I had to hazard a guess, I'd say that Kyou probably doesn't need any health and physical education.
そうかな。どうして？
Well, I get the feeling she has more knowledge in this area than you do. She nods.
エッチなことなら大体知ってるの。これのおかげで。
She moves her right index finger up and down in a clicking motion.
これって
エッチなゲーム。
なんとまあ。
あと知らないのは実体験くらいのものなの。
All this reminds me of like the fucking Joe Cat joke about like two lesbians using porn as a fucking manual for their first time, and one is just like, oh well, it just pulls out like the fucking Iron Fist from SpongeBob. Like, you know, like, do you want it to hurt? You know the episode with the fucking king, with the fucking jellyfish king.
だから。
See, Suzu, she's about to say I won't need any lessons on health and physical education.
違うの。私には残された未経験を見るのに実体験が必要で。
No, you don't. Wait until you're older.
早い？私いつになったらいいの？
Until you find someone you truly love.
好きな人。
Yeah, so when you find that person, get them to teach you. I can hardly believe the things I'm saying.
いや、実体験を教えてくれるのがお兄ちゃんじゃないと嫌なの。
But why?
だって
Right?
楽しいの。
What? What did you just say?
お兄ちゃんが困ったちゃんな顔するのを見るのが楽しいから。
I'm going to lose my mind.
とにかく保健体育は間に合ってますってことなんだね。
そう。
あーちぇなんだよ、エッチなちびっこだなんて犯罪じゃないか。
でもお胸は夏目鈴より大きいの。
They certainly don't look bigger.
うっさいわ。
Christ, I'm losing my friggin' sanity here, Suzu says, sighing in exasperation. She scratches the back of her head.
わかったよ。それなら私の授業は省略ね。せっかくゆうくんの性癖についての暴露会でもしようかと思ってたのに。
え？
Would you like to repeat that?
今から次の授業を担当する司を呼ぶからそのまま待ってるよ。
She then takes out a cell phone.
ちょっと待って。お兄ちゃんの性癖気になるの。一つだけでもいいから教えていただければと。
ああ、司？ちょっと予定の変更。すぐに来れる？わかった。待ってるよ。
She hangs up after a brief conversation with Tsukasa.
よし。それじゃあ、次の授業はすぐに始まるから。って、なんか言った？
My fetishes.
大胆不敵に暴露大会なの。
ああ、そうかそうか。それはね。おっぱいなのです。
The door opens with a clatter and in charges Tsukasa.
お兄さんは大きなおっぱいが大好きなんです。お疲れ様でした。お帰りください。
Kyo, stop that. Don't be mean to her.
だって道徳なんて私の敵なの。
They're your mortal enemy?
そう。
She slightly purses her lips and says,
あれもダメ、これもダメ、ああもダメ。何もかもダメなの。
Well, fun fact, Kyo, did you know, don't murder a man is part of ethics. Then again, the MC has murdered a man, multiple men already. You know, the sword, the carnage that Kana had to witness because she decided to go with them. She still has the nightmares, probably.
そうやってダメばかり並べていくのが常識だとか道徳だとかなの。
Are you sure that's right?
そうだよ。そのせいで何度パソコンに向かって爆発しろって叫びそうになったかしれないの。
What? Tell your computer to screen to kill itself?
偉い人はリアルが充実してるからダメが平気なんだよ。許せないの。だから爆発しちゃえばいいの。
It sounds like she harbors a deep resentment towards social hierarchies.
許せるのはモザイクくらいまでなんだよ。それ以上はみんな揃って爆発だよ。
I advocate for censorship by cutting out sex scenes because that means I don't have to censor them myself.
だから道徳なんて受け付けないの。勉強しない。
Tsukasa, are you okay?
お兄さん。
Yeah?
私、今日のためにとばんかけて、頑張って準備
Tears
したの
threaten
です。
to overflow from the corners of her
たくさん
eyes.
頑張ったんです。お兄さん。
Several rolled up posters protrude from Tsukasa's bulging
お金の
backpack.
大切さをいろいろとまとめたものを書いたりしたのです。
So she wanted to teach us about the importance of money, right? She probably has a wealth of information on the subject that she wanted to talk to us about. Okay, I'm sorry, Tsukasa. Would you still be able to show me tomorrow?
いいえ、
She stops and takes a deep breath.
私が空気の読めない子なのがいけないのです。コミュニケーション能力の欠落なのです。
Another reason why Kyo's shit. Look at what she's done to my girl.
だからお胸の大きさと同様にもっともっともっともっと精進するのです。
She trudges away, crestfallen.
それじゃあちょっと早いけどお昼休みにしようか。
Sure, I guess.
みんなには携帯で声をかけて屋上に集まるようにって。かなちゃんはみおちゃんと一緒だろうから私は司を追いかけるよ。
Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Suzu leaves to go and chase down Tsukasa.
私
Kyo, something the matter? She shakes her head.
なんでもないの。
Are you sure?
ケーキ楽しみなの。
Yeah, me neither. Being summer vacation, there's no bell ring to announce lunchtime. With the overly lax schedule that we had, the school day is already over. Kyo and I thus make our way up to the rooftop to have the cake that we baked during first period.
Yoshi! それじゃあいただきましょうか。
Honestly, y'all's got like time to comment before my next recording. Tell me what you fucking think. Should I just skip Kyo? I'd be down to just skip Kyo. Like, I'd be down to give her one more chance, and I'd be down to just skip her. So tell me what you fucking want. If we skip her, I'll be moving on to Mio's route. Because I really want to do Mio's route. I know I might regret it, but something nags in the back of my mind telling me that doing Mio first and then Kana is going to be safer, because one, Mio has less CGs, and two, Kana feels like it's a bigger setup to make you feel bad for not going for after her. Like, essentially, I feel like if you combine situation and like for character, Mio's like just character, Mio's gonna be here while Kana's gonna be here. But then if you combine situation that happens in the route to where you would feel bad for putting a character through that afterwards, feels like it would be essentially like up here. Like before it's like down here, now suddenly it's like up here or something. That's what my instincts are telling me. So yeah, I'll be doing Mio first. Anyways, speak to me! Offer up your fucking opinions! Bye-bye.